Okay, so today's video is going to be about cities and communities, specifically the demographics and sections in the city, along with the demographics and sections within a community. And in brief, there's essentially two types of cities. There's a city governed by general law, and there's a city governed by home rule. That's HOME-RULE, home rule. Cities with a population of 5,000 or less generally function under the general law, whereas the laws prescribed to society next to laws prescribed by the state government. Cities with a population of 5,000 or more generally function as a home rule. That's HOME-RULE, city. In these instances, a city can prescribe specific laws. For example, the city of Austin prescribes specific laws because it is a home rule city. And in context to the laws the city can prescribe, these laws can affect the economy, society, and wildlife. So ordinances prescribed by the city of Austin are valid due to the fact the city of Austin is a home rule city. Within a city or within a region, you can have communities and neighborhoods. Essentially, a neighborhood is a section within a city. For example, a city is sectioned off into specific defined neighborhoods. In Texas, various neighborhoods will encompass a school district. For example, the neighborhoods in Amarillo, Texas make up the Amarillo Independent School District, and in context to the schools, individuals in specific regions will attend specific schools. For example, residents in Hamlet, Eastridge, Travis, and other neighborhoods will attend Palo Alto High School, whereas residents in other communities will attend the other schools. A community is a broader, larger area and functions differently from a neighborhood. A current event in Texas, whereas some communities can de-annex from a municipal government. Specifically, if a community was annexed within a specific time frame, that community can vote to de-annex from the city it's incorporated with. For example, communities in Austin, Texas can vote. Not all communities, but some communities within Austin, Texas can vote about a decision to de-annex. And what that means is that community will not function under the jurisdiction of the city of Austin. So the ordinances and services provided by the city of Austin will not be applicable in those communities if the residents decided to de-annex. Therefore, fire, water, and other services provided by the city of Austin will no longer be valid within that community. Communities range in size, but they also are larger than neighborhoods. In context to home rule cities and other areas within a state, a city can be, that means is a city incorporates specific laws. For example, Austin, Texas is in Travis County. Therefore, partial area of Austin, Texas is incorporated into Travis County. Amarillo, Texas, for example, is incorporated within Potter County and Randall County. Let's take, for example, Cedar Park. Cedar Park is located near Austin, Texas. However, that city has its own municipal government. Therefore, Cedar Park is an incorporated city. Since Cedar Park is an incorporated city, Cedar Park has jurisdiction over land within the Cedar Park region and jurisdiction in terms of ordinances. An unincorporated city is a city that's outside of the extraterritorial jurisdiction of a city. In Texas, a city can have a 5-mile radius of extraterritorial jurisdiction. So for example, 5 miles outside of Austin, Texas city limits is the extraterritorial jurisdiction granted to Austin, Texas. Land outside of that 5-mile jurisdiction is something that's generally known as an unincorporated area. A government council can oversee and prescribe laws and services best fit for these unincorporated areas. So for example, in the Texas Panhandle, in areas outside of the 5-mile radius of that extraterritorial jurisdiction, the Panhandle Council will prescribe laws best practices and services for the unincorporated. Context to extraterritorial jurisdiction, the areas that receive services, those services are based on the practices prescribed by the municipal government or government that oversees that area. In some cases, an area will only receive specific services, and that area is known as a municipal utility district, MUD. For example, a municipal utility district could receive water and wastewater services from a municipality specifically. Those services are applicable to that municipal utility district because a specific utility service provider shares those rights with that district. And all of this is relative to urban sprawl because as people spread out throughout a community or a city, needs in society increase. The rate of change in population factors into the needs. Consider this example. Austin is a fast-growing city. The population sprawled outwards, primarily northeast to the south and in other regions. As the population sprawled, these communities became incorporated and also needed more infrastructure to serve the needs of the communities. As population sprawls out to the extraterritorial jurisdictions, there will be additional needs. The challenge is areas are not equipped or designed to take on exponential and significant population growth. So as communities develop in municipal utility districts, extraterritorial jurisdictions, and unincorporated communities, the needs for more critical infrastructure increases and is highly critical. There's a critical need for development in fast-growing communities. Additionally, there's a need for sustainable development. And in the future, I'll talk about sustainable development. But in short, sustainable development means a city creates a quality of life that's conducive to long-lasting residency within a city.